Well, good morning, peeps. It's your Uncle Mongrel here. Today is Father's Day. I want to take just a couple minutes to say to Brandon, to Christopher, and to Brandon number 2, Happy Father's Day. You guys are the fathers to my grandchildren, my Gbabies. Probably next to my daughters, the most important things in my life. All right? So, keep doing what you're doing. Raise those kids, raise them right, show them love and affection. Okay, happy Father's Day to my pop out there. This story is going to be about you. Happy Father's Day. I love you, Pop. And to everybody else out there, friends, family, peeps, happy Father's Day. To the single moms out there pulling double duty, hell yeah, happy Father's Day to you. All right, now let's get into today's Little Known Facts from Stewart's Almanac, episode 16. I kind of touched on this the last episode when I was talking about bringing home the big giant stuffed buzzard, right? And then I found Pop on the couch with a broken collarbone. Well, here's that story. So, grew up in a little bitty town called Pflugerville, Texas. Okay, now that's what I call home. Is that little town? And when we moved there, population was 748. They had a single blinking yellow light downtown. They had a single gas station / grocery store, a little U-totem, and it closed at 9:30 at night because the family had to be home by 10 to watch the news. So you had to plan your shopping well, or else you'd have to drive almost an hour to the next store over. All right? Now, we were so small, we didn't have a fire department. We had a 3-truck volunteer fire department. We had no police force. We had 2 sheriffs that ran the county, okay? And they didn't work at the same time, so you were lucky if you had police out there, all right? We were out in the middle of nowhere. Now, as the town grew, they built this one little subdivision. It was the first planned subdivision called Gatlinburg. And it was very nice for the times. Very, very nice. Still very nice. But at the times, it was really, really nice. And that's where Pop moved us. Okay? Now, Pop, being Pop, he always had to, for some reason, try to be part of the civic leadership somehow. And, you know, he was JC's in Austin and everything like that. And did a ton of stuff with that. Well, he ends up becoming the president of the neighborhood association for Gatlinburg. Okay? Now, along this time, things started to change downtown. The volunteer fire department has now expanded. They've got some actual live volunteer fire department guys, firefighters that are firefighters. They're not just volunteer. And we now have a police force. We had 4 cars. 6 officers, 2 dispatch ladies. Okay? And it wasn't really a jail cell. There was a door that shut and locked, and that's where they kept you at the police station, which was where the volunteer fire department was. It grew. But point is, they were growing. Okay? Now, they wanted to do a fundraiser and highlight the new police force and the new fire department and the growth of the city and everything like that. So they wanted to do a fundraiser, and they decided to do, you ready for it? Donkey baseball. So Pop, being the president of the neighborhood association of the newest, biggest planned neighborhood in Pflugerville, was asked to play. That's awesome. First play of the game, Pop's out there on his donkey. They hit the ball over to him. He gets off the donkey, picks up the ball. Now, the rules were you had to get back on the donkey and throw from the donkey. Pop gets up on the donkey. He hauls back to take that throw. And when he does, that donkey didn't like that. Bucked Pop right off. Pop landed, breaking his collarbone. Severe break. And as I said, we just had a couple of firefighters. We didn't have an ambulance. We didn't have EMTs. Closest hospital was over almost an hour away. They didn't know what to do. And this was in front of the whole town. This was a big affair, okay? The whole freaking town, right? They had to call Starflight. And Starflight landed on the baseball field and took Pop into Austin to the hospital. And then I came home. This all happened when I was in Dallas, and I came home. And that's when I found Pop on the couch moaning and groaning because he was in a lot of pain. Well, here's the thing. Because of that, the police department and the town itself, the civic leaders, felt a certain amount of indebtedness to Bob. So from that day forward, I couldn't really get in trouble. Oh, I could get in trouble, but I couldn't get in trouble. But I would get in trouble. Let me explain. We were young and stupid. Me and my friends. Johnny V, Jason, even Rick. Yeah. We were stupid. So we would find things to do. There was nothing to do. It was a small old country town. But we would find stuff to do. And it was usually stupid and involved destruction of private property. God, bunch of idiots we were. Anywho, here's what would happen. Get picked up by the police department and taken to the police station. And Pop would be waiting at the door. We'd pull up. They'd walk us up and they'd hand us off to Pop. And they'd say, "Mr. Stewart, do you have this?" He goes, "Oh yeah, boys. I'll make sure they get community service." And then we would proceed to spend the next 2 weeks cleaning up the neighborhood, repairing signs, repairing any damage we did, plus more that other people did. There were a couple of times that they just picked me up by myself, and I knew the cops by this time. They all knew me by name. I knew them. And Jim was the cop that had me this time, and he was a great guy. And this one time they pulled up to the police station. It was about dusk, and I could see Pop waiting at the door. And I just looked at Jim. I said, "Can you just take me into the cell? Let me spend the night and have a little peace." And he just started to laugh. He goes, "That's not how this works." Oh, small communities, man. Small communities. Dad broke his collarbone playing donkey baseball, trying to do a favor for the city. So they took care of us. I drove from the age of 14 to the age of 18 without a license. They all knew it. As long as I wasn't racing, which I raced a lot, and I wasn't wreaking havoc, they just took care of me. They made sure I was okay and I wasn't gonna hurt nobody. Good people. Small towns. Unfortunately, we're losing those as time goes by, man, but there were some good times. Anyway, that's the story of how Pop broke his collarbone playing donkey baseball for the Pflugerville Police Department. Happy Father's Day, Pete. Love, peace, and bacon grease, y'all. Bacon.